For me, one of the most underrated free legendary champions in this entire game, man. Visix the Unbowed. What is up, guys? This is Cobb, and welcome back to another episode of Busted or Bad. And in this episode, we're going to be focusing on the 9-month free login reward legendary Visix, talking about why she's absolutely insanely awesome, and everybody underrates the crap out of her, man. I'm going to be a little bit biased in this one. Can't help myself. I think that she's great. I think that her in-game reviews are just off. I think 4.2 Finites is insane. I think 4.6 Hydra is kind of crazy. 4.2 Spider Zen even feels a little bit low. I feel like you just add like a 0.4 or 0.5 to basically all of her reviews, and then it's a bit more accurate. We're going to be testing out Visix in some of the areas of the game where she's supposed to do really, really well, putting it to the test, seeing how well she can actually do. And then, of course, towards the end of the video, we're going to be using her A3, which is her highest damage modifier skill, attack all enemies, place provoke, to test whether or not she can nuke in full lethal gear, man, because of course pushing like 350% crit damage on a Visix, taking her into live arena with like 150 speed is gotta be part of the video, man, just to see if she can actually do the damage. Hey, before we get to all of that, man, if you're looking to start off a new raid account, man, get it done right now using my beginner link, which you can click on down below. It's at the top of the video description box, man. Simply click on that link on your PC, use it to set up a new raid account. You're gonna get yourself Corrado, a whole bunch of free epic champions as you level up your account, man. Corrado will actually pop up in your inbox as your free starter legendary as soon as you're done with the in-game tutorial, as long as you set up your new raid account using that beginner link, man. Best beginner promo link. Go on. Let's get to this, man. So where is Visix good? Everywhere. That's where, okay? Visix's kit is kind of one of those catch-all kits that's just pretty solid into many, many different areas of the game, but unlike a champion like Syl of the Drakes, who's like also pretty solid into all areas of the game, I do feel like Visix has that added advantage of actually specializing into certain areas of the game. She's got a lot more scalability than the likes of Syl of the Drakes, right? She's got a double hitter A1. Each hit, 100% chance to steal 15% of the target's 10 meter. It's a 30% 10 meter steal on a double hit on a A1. Very, very good, man. Great into Spider if you need 10 meter controllers. Great into Finite because it's a multi-hitter and a 10 meter control. Very, very nice. On the A2, she got to tackle enemies. 100% land rate, AoE, decrease speed. Amazing into waves of enemies. Amazing into Hydra also. Great debuff to bring. And she also places ally protection buff on all allies as well on a 310. Just very nice, man. The Ally Protect, solid for keeping you alive into things like Ice Golem, can be a great tool as well. Into Hydra, as long as you've got enough gear, enough survivability on your Visix that she's not going to die on account of the Ally Protect, then it can be a great tool for helping your team survival there as well. And then she brings the attack all enemies A3, plays Provoke, and shields herself up for 20% of her max HP for a couple of turns. Obviously great into Magma Dragon, great into Spider, amazing into waves. I don't know, dude, I just think she's like one of the best wave control champions in the game. I think a 4.7 in Faction Wars is just like a crime. I know it's like you can only really put her at like a 4.9 or something realistically, but how she's a 4.7, how she's not just like an auto 4.9 or a 5, I'll never know. This is how I've got my Visix the Unbowed built out. Now, another thing I am gonna, you know what, I'm gonna get to different ways that you can build up Visix a little bit later on in the video, because that's one of the unique advantages of her kit as well. But me, I've got it down in a little bit of hand-me-down resilience gear. Not great, not terrible, sort of 5-cost pieces. Besides that, some immortal pieces, as you can well see, just so she gets a little bit of extra HP, a bit of extra healing, and then some feral pieces for speed and accuracy, and that's it. It's just like quite a standard Visix build. Alright, man, first off, Finite. I'm going to try and keep these teams somewhat budget, but then again, there's a lot of empowered champions here. Not a massive amount I can do about that, but at the same time, I hope that it shows like how Visix can play a key role in these teams, right? This is Finite stage 25. I'm just going to throw this team on in there. She's going to be helping out with 10 meter control against the boss. I basically got other skills disabled once we get to the Finite boss, but a job leading up to the boss is the role that I like to call the babysitter, right? She's just going to make sure that the team lives on the way to the boss. That's it. And I've deliberately included like Kale in this team randomly. It's just like just a weaker damage dealer for killing off these waves, just to show the ridiculous control. Like, it doesn't matter that it takes us a while to kill the waves necessarily, because Visix has got it so covered. The AoE provoke, the AoE decrease speed, couple that up with Deacon's wave control as well, and his 10 meter decrease and stuff, and it's like, it's just handled. Like, Visix has just got it covered. The rest of the team just doesn't ever have to worry about dying against the waves, and this babysitter role is very, very important in Finite, because yeah, you want like 3 or 4 of your champions on the team, if possible, to be able to focus on taking care of the boss, to be multi-hitters with 10 meter control, decrease speed, that kind of thing. if you can have one champion on the team, that's the babysitter champ that's just going to control the crap out of the waves, it's bloody invaluable, man. And I think that Visix does that job exceptionally well here and helps out against the boss too. And there you have it, man. We get to the boss easily, and I think I've set up the team AI just right to absolutely clap the boss's cheeks without too many issues, right? A double hit is going to help break down the boss's shield stacks. The ally attack skill, if it lands on the Visix, is an extra double attack as well coming in from the Morag. And now she's just going to focus on doing nothing but spam her A1 against the boss, denying the boss from ever getting a turn. In fact, we might even have a little bit of overkill in terms of 10-meter control on this team. She just does an amazing job. I don't know, dude. 4.2 in Fire Knight? 4.2 my ass, dude. Like, she is way, way better than a 4.2 into Fire Knight by my estimation. And this is also with me kind of failing in the team setup a little bit here. To be honest, I probably should have set her up so that she was able to use her decreased speed against the boss on an A2. That's just me being a moron, but there's nothing new there particularly. But boss about to go down on the back of Cold High getting like 2,700 free turns from a relentless set anyway, so it's all good, man. If I set up the team a little bit better, no problem at all, man. Visix would have had that covered. Next up, Ice Golem. This is the Ice Golem team that we're going to key on in. We're going to run a defense aura champ, Hatatsu, as our aura lead in this one because just defensive stats just tend to be pretty damn good against Ice Golem. He also brings a bit of extra healing and an AoE decreased attack. Besides that, we're also going to be just relying on the Visix and her Ally Protect skill and her self-shielding to help us survive against the boss's counterattacks as well. This is a stage 25 Ice Golem run with, honestly, very, very accessible champions for the sake of clearing a stage 25 dungeon, at least by my estimation. Let's go ahead and run them on in and see how we do. And so once again, she's just going to be the babysitter against the waves. I have a setup, by the way, so that she opens with Provoke on her A3, like so. And then she's not allowed to use the Provoke again against the first wave. That's the rule that I have set up in the team preset manager for the Visix specifically, just to ensure that she's not randomly dropping the Provoke when there's like 1 or 2 mobs left alive, and so that she has it ready to use against the second wave onto the boss. Now, a key point actually that I want to make with Visix real quick, just as we were about to get to the boss, is that whilst, you know, if you're playing the game very, very actively, fair enough, by the time you're 9 months in, you get Visix for free as a login reward champion. You might be at a point already on your account where you've already cleared all of the normal dungeons. You know, it depends how fast your account's been progressing, how much you've swiped, all of that stuff, you know, all of those factors come into play. Maybe you don't need her for all of this normal dungeon content, you're already onto hard dungeons. Whatever, it depends what your account is, you know, how quickly you've advanced. I think the point is with Visix is that what happens when you get Visix on your account is that basically every single normal dungeon in the game is instantly solved with a fully booked Visix, so any dungeon that you're lagging behind on a little bit, she just solves it for you instantly, right? Because she's pretty damn good into basically all of the regular dungeons. Very, very good indeed. And if you're not ready to start taking on Hydra yet, you don't have a very good provoker for Hydra, she opens the door for that as well, right? Normal, hard mode Hydra, that kind of deal. AoE Provoke, the decreased speed, the Ally Protect, all of those things are great into Hydra as well. And so she opens those doors for you instantly. Oh, and now it's about to start to trigger the first of the boss's counterattacks. I'm hoping the Visix gets off her Ally Protect before that. Okay, never mind, she doesn't. But even still, pretty easy for us to survive against the Golem with or without the Ally Protect, I suppose. But it's just an extra layer of defense. I would say if you're going to build out your Visix to be the Ally Protector champ, and you're relying on that Ally Protect being up to win against the highest stages of Ice Golem and get it cleared, you probably want to build her with like 4 to 6 pieces of Immortal Gear, so she has that extra HP, that extra healing, because she's going to be taking quite a bit of damage, and she has to be very, very fast as well, so that she's one of the fastest champs on your team, so that she can keep up the Ally Protect with like a 85 or 90% uptime, I guess, across your entire squad. Well, as boss is about to go down, the Visix actually died to just a massive sweaty counterattack, which just perfectly illustrates the point that she wasn't quite built out to be doing this job for us on the account. I could reshoot this, but you know what? I'm just going to leave it in there, man, because it's kind of funny, dude. Next up, man, Stage 24 Spider. Why Stage 24? Well, because I am going to be running a couple of Spirit Affinity champions in this team, including Ruella and the Haikatoon, and so they're going to be weak affinity into Stage 25. I want to show like a good variety of other free-to-play-ish, like pretty accessible champs that you can use alongside a Visix in a team like this to be clearing your way through these dungeons. So we're going to be running a Scylla the Drakes, some extra wave control, Haikatoon as the aura lead, bit of extra wave control there as well. The Visix on this team for a bit of AoE control, but also so that she can be provoking the Spiderlings, and she may well die multiple times during this, man, but the Scylla's going to be there to pick her up, and I believe we're going to have enough wave control to take care of the Spiderlings and enough 10-meter control to make sure that the boss basically never ever gets a turn. So Ruella's going to go in first. She's going to land the decreased speed and all the big debuffs against the boss. And then Let's just see if we have what it takes, man. The stuns come out of the sill. Very, very nice. AoE decrease speed on all the spiderlings as well. That's also from the Visix. Then she's going to provoke them all up, so any of them that didn't get the sills stun. My Sill of the Drakes is bucked here, by the way. I'm using Sill of the Drakes for this example, but ideally you'd have like just a better like epic champion wave controller, for example, that could stand in for the Sill, because I frankly wouldn't recommend that you book up your Sill of the Drakes. But just for full disclosure, the Sill of the Drakes' stuns might seem more effective than your Sill of the Drakes' stuns against these spiderlings for this example. Yeah, it's because she's booked, right? But as you can see, man, the big AoE decrease speed along all of the spiderlings is helping us control the crap out of these nerds. The provoke is ensuring that they always are attacking into the Sill. Into the Visix, no matter what. And whenever the Visix does use the A1, it's with the purpose of tossing a bit of extra 10-meter control onto the boss as well. Bam! Provoke goes on out. It's just all coming together. And there it is, run drawing up to a close. The boss has never had a single turn for the entire fight. Wasn't like a speed kill or anything like that, man. But again, she's there to help you solve these basic dungeons if you still haven't got them solved by the 9-month mark. You know what I'm saying, man? Okay. On to the next big boy, which is going to be Hydra. Now, I will say that while a good, just defensive-focused build on the Sill is going to work... Why am I calling her Sill all the time now? On the Visix. It's going to be very, very effective into Hydra still. She does need great defensive stats to survive while she has that ally protect buff active. You're going to be taking a lot of AoE damage from the Hydra heads. But another option that you have into Hydra is running the Visix in a cursed set if you don't have a Hex debuffer champ on your team. This can be extremely effective, right? 50% chance on hit of landing the Hex debuff for a couple turns. Very, very nice indeed, because remember, Visix doesn't just provoke. She attacks all enemies with the A3, and then provokes on a 310 cooldown. And she doesn't just decrease speed and place ally protect, she attacks all enemies, and then places decreased speed on a 310 cooldown on the A2 as well. So she's got multiple AoE skills, man, making her an amazing, amazing candidate for a cursed set if you need a Hex debuffer on your Hydra team. And so... did she just check so many of the boxes, man? The decreased speed, the provoke, the ally protect, the curse. She's really, really good. Welcome to the budget squad. Hydra's a little bit of a different beast. I'm going to be running this team into hard mode Hydra, which, frankly, by the time you're hitting hard mode Hydra, hopefully you've got a better team than this. You know what I'm saying? Even with like the champion empowerments and stuff. Just in case there are any beginner players watching thinking, what the hell, man? This is a budget Hydra team? There's like a Void Epic in there and... yeah, this is like an extremely budget Hydra team. Hydra like unlocks way too early on your account. You've got to be aware of that. Hydra, it's generally a like area of the game that you can only really take on with specialist champions. Most of them just happen to be legendary, and the game is lagging like crazy, like it has been all day. Plarium, fix your servers. Oh god, I was eating a little snack and now we're in. Okay, man. Let's just see how we do here, man. Obviously, the Visix is going to come on in just there with her provoke, which is obviously key for taking on the Head of Decay. That's her main job on the team. This team doesn't have the best damage, by the way. It's not supposed to be. Again, I'm just trying to show off how you might be using the Visix if you're trying to get your foot in the door against Hydra for the very first time. She's now also going to come in as well with the Ally Protect and the AoE decrease speed in just a second. Bam! There it is. Very, very nice. And so, that's the role she fulfills on your Hydra team. Now, again... with the Ally Protect up, you're going to take so much AoE damage from the Hydra heads, especially from the Head of Wrath, which is about to happen right now. God, I'm joking about food. That you better have a Visix built. God. With enough HP, enough defensive stats, and like some good healing on your team and stuff in order to keep her alive. The harder into Hydra difficulties you get, like you want like brutal difficulty Hydra, Nightmare, that kind of thing. Visix's Ally Protect, it can become a little bit of a liability, right? It can become increasingly difficult to try and keep her alive through the Hydra head hits, but certainly into normal mode Hydra, arguably into hard Hydra, it still offers a crap load of value. I really hope that the Skrank doesn't die, because this team doesn't actually have a revive, so I'm hoping that we get a Hydra head kill pretty soon, but... hopefully you can see the value that the... oh god, the Skrank is so dead. You can see the value that the Visix is able to provide in a team like this. Okay, a little bit cheeky, a little bit cheating, but I went ahead and I just swapped out I just swapped out the Haikatoon for the Estrid, just to make the point a little bit better. But yeah, switching out the... I mean, Haikatoon, what am I doing really? Haikatoon and Hydra, you know? Obviously not ideal for hard mode Hydra, but it's what it is. So something like an Elva, an Estrid, Necmo, like just a better increased speed, legendary champ gonna do a lot better, and get to showcase what the Visix can do here, which is just control the crap out of the Head of the game. AoE decrease speeds, Ally Protect, help keep people alive, even with a couple of very budget support champs, mostly the Doom Priest being super budget. Good stuff, the team's working. That's it really. Heads are being cut off and happy days. Oh, wait a minute. What's this? I've activated 1 hour free gear removal. That can only mean one thing, man. Y'all know what time it is. Let's go into the preset manager. Go to our Visix. I've called this set. Ooh, a little play on words there, man. It's absolutely terrible. Let's go ahead and see if Visix can nuke, which is just the most important question of all, man. 340% crit damage. I pumped up her defense a little bit as well. Being defense based, that's where her damage is scaling from at the end of the day. So we're going to go ahead, throw all this gear on. The game is just lagging with the awesomosity of this build right now. We're actually crashing the servers by building the Visix that way. This is just how much of a calamitous event this is going to be. Yes, by the way, she has like 150 speed, literally. So getting to actually get her to attack in arena might be a problem, but we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. Or maybe I should say, if we get to it, with the way that the bloody servers are behaving today. Okay, Christ, finally done. I was actually a little bit worried that my free gear removal would have expired by the time the gear decided to equip and we'd have to pay silver for it. As for her, dude, as much as I want to switch her over to like a cat's gaze or something, I'm just not gonna do it. I don't want to do that. I want to save my chimera currencies. We could pump her up to like 380% crit damage and make her just the hardest hitting Visix in the world, like just globally. As hilarious as that would be, oh god, let's just get into live arena, man. Oh my god, this guy stole my Estrid in the draft. Well, we're just gonna have to reap some defense-based nuker vengeance on this guy with the Visix pick, man. Oh my god. Dude, he banned the... Okay, I'm actually gonna make Freya our aura lead here to give more defense to the Visix, man. Because I think that our Abbot is just gonna go first against this team quite comfortably, and as long as the Odin lands his stun, we should be good. Turns out it's pretty tough, by the way, to get a Visix to actually attack in first before... Oh my god, dude, that's a fast lizard, man. Oh god, okay. It's just an HP burn. We can recover, right? Can I just get the Odin to get his turn? The Odin is everything. Okay, the Odin is everything. Stun the world. Yes, dude. Okay, so sadly we don't get the increased defense buff coming in from the Freya. Oh my god, we're so slow with the Visix that like these guys have almost got a fresh turn. Okay, I'm actually gonna get up a weaken debuff over here from the Arbiter real quick, just to allow the Visix to then come in with the A3 AoE provoke. Ooh, okay, man. Like an 80k crit, that's not too bad, you know. That's not too shabby. That's not too shabby. We still got the Sun Wukong to deal with. Hopefully Odin can just one-shot this guy. Never mind, man. Jobs are good. Manu 94. Get clapped. And now welcome to the classic arena test, boys. Let's see if we can get it done here as well. We're going to go ahead and increase speed up on the Estrid. I've got all the tools here, I think, to like maximize the Estrid, the Visix's damage as much as we possibly can. We only land 1 weaken, sadly, across all of this, which does suck a little bit. Oh god, we got the increased cooldowns up. Oh, that sucks. Well, we have to just test the A1 now then. I guess we just smack here. Ugh. And now for the ultimate classic arena test. Do we have any like stone skins on the enemy team? We don't, so that means we should be able to land the AoE weaken very, very nicely. Dude, look at how slow the Visix is, man. It's no problem, right? Increased defense comes out on the Freya, who's also the aura lead in this team, by the way. Then the decreased defense. This is as hard as we can possibly ever hope to smack on a Visix, minus the fact that we don't have a cat's gaze. Let's do it. I tell you what, dude, was that 130 Ks? How was 130 Ks, man? I tell you what, man, actually building out... Okay, the difference with Visix is the reason that you don't build her out to be able to, like, smack and do a good amount of damage while she's in stuff like Hydra is because her A2's damage modifier, while it's also an attack all enemy skill, it's not absolutely out of control. It's quite like an average damage modifier, like a 3.2, 3.3 or something like that. Not very high. It's actually a 4.1 damage modifier, scaling on defense on an A3 provoke. This can actually do some damage. Not that I'd ever actually recommend building out your Visix like this, you know. Let's be real, but it turns out that, yes, unlike Sin of the Drake, so I also fully bugged up in this video series and put her in like full lethal gear and just created the best damage stats I could possibly muster. She did like nothing, like it was really pathetic. Turns out, Visix actually can nuke, which really, for me, solidifies her position as busted. Visix is certified busted, man. This champ is great. I think that she's way underrated. An amazing, amazing catch-all champion for just getting all of the basic dungeons done. For any of the dungeons that you're stuck in by the time that you get your Visix. Great, great service as well into Hydra, and it turns out that the gal can even nuke, so who knows? Maybe if you're at a place in your account where you only use her for wave content and stuff, maybe just put her in like crit rate gauntlets and give her like a crit damage amulet. Who the hell knows, man? Maybe it's worth it. Probably not. But cursed set, great synergy with, of course, the cursed artifact set as well. Love this champ. That's the Visix review done. What do you guys think, man? Hey, thanks for stopping by. Hope you all enjoyed. Keep some champion suggestions coming, by the way, of champions we could cover in this Busted or Bad series. It's a damn fun one. I'm really glad that I started it, and I'm hyped that you guys seem to enjoy it too. Hey, thanks for watching. If you're looking to set up a new raid account, man, you know how to get it done. Use my beginner promo link, which is down below at the top of the video description box, to sign up and create a new raid account. And as soon as you're done with the tutorial, Karato, the Fox Hunter, will show up in your inbox, as well as a whole bunch of epic champions as you level up your account. Thanks for stopping by, and I'm going to catch all of you all just a tad bit later, man. Ooh, Visix